Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, Cross-Banlist Cup 2021, next 4 decks of Group C, so again 4 new decks that will enter the Cross-Banlist Cup from the upcoming year, but again 4 decks pre-2014, so you might think these are more balanced decks, because older, but that's far from the case, because you know most older decks do have access to maybe the banned cards, good old school cards like Pot of Greed and Graceful Charity. So the first deck, again, you know, looking at the hint from the previous video, again, was it too easy? Maybe, but Empty Jar enters the cup, and it was a challenger. Was it last year or the year before? Probably the year before. But I mean, the deck list speaks for itself. This should be no. There's one card that's different, but this should be the second place list. Was it from Worlds? I'm cautious about this. From 2005. So this is a deck list from 2005. I believe the third upstart is here in the main deck, and that should be the difference. But again, pretty straightforward, right? You're working towards either Cyber Jar or Morphing Jar to deck out your opponent using stuff like Book of Tayu, Book of Moon, the Shallow Grave, I believe the name is. Basically reusing either Cyber or Morphing Jar, right? Deadly strategy. Pretty much this deck is being considered as one of the most consistent OTKs, if not FTKs ever in this game's history. Let's move on. The second list here in Group C, we have a deck that it has been featured in the past already, but this should be like an upgraded list to Teledat. It's pretty much from the same age, but this is pre-Teledat. Well, this is Dead Return, Dark Armed Return. You can't get it more straightforward than this one. The six draw cards being triple Allure, triple Destiny Draw, the Stratos, triple Dark Armed, and of course Return from a Different Dimension. It was a deck that was quickly you know, like neutered, destroyed by an emergency ban list back in 2008. I remember it very well because I wanted to take it to our nationals, but nope. Konami said no like 2 weeks before nationals back then. But that's how it goes with the, you know, very powerful cards or very powerful strategy. Not always, but you know the point, or you get it. Next up, we have a list, and I had 2 options. A lot of people voted for this, but again, I had 2 options to pick. That was either the quick draw variant of plans, but eventually opted to go for this one, because again, this was a deck that has been featured a couple of times in the early Cross-Banlist Cup series, but was left out, I believe, from the last and the one before that. But I'm again going for planned Synchro, Tengu Synchro. This is not Billy Break's list, but this should be Robert Boyajian's list. It's a first place Shonen Jump / YCS list, but again, the deck speaks for itself. You know, Hyper Librarian spam featuring the Breed Dragon, Tengu, Plant, Dot Deck, Global Spore. You know, basically, if not the best format ever in this game's history, being the, you know, the 2011 Tengu Plant format. Again, pretty much the same format as Formula Monarchs. Last but not least, again, this is, I guess, an archetype that's pretty staple, I feel, for the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but again, there are so many options to run the deck. Opted to go for the Exceed, or the, you know, well, yeah, basically the Exceed variant again from Sahabi. For me, the most... I mean, if I should pick an Infinity list going for the Exceed variant one, it should be Sahabi's list from Worlds, right? Even Cody that was also running the list at Worlds, pretty much, you know, like worked together with Sahabi, and pretty much were running the same list, maybe one card different, but pretty straightforward. The extra Exceed variant for Infernities also entering the pre-2014, well, 2014, the upper part of the Cross-Banlist Cup series. So again, if you have better lists, better opinions, or, you know, better cards choices, feel free to leave them down below. Tomorrow, next series of decks, next batch of decks, post 2014, and again, like always, feel free to take a look at the pinned comment for a hint. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.